Hey guys, Ojama 333 here, and I have to you today my very first deck profile. Um, this deck is probably my most favorite deck of all to run. I have two favorite decks I like to run, and this is definitely one of my favorites. I mean, especially when I really can't think of a deck to build, this has always been just my go-to deck. You know, when it comes to making a new deck or something. And basically, what I have to you today is a burn deck. You know, um, burn decks. I mean, a lot of people say give a lot of bad heat to them, and I can care less because I love it personally. I love knowing that the fact that my strongest monster can be like 1,000 attack power monster and can still whoop anybody. Um, and I'm not saying the burn deck is the strongest deck around, but when built right, it can do a lot of damage. So yeah, let's get started. We're gonna start off with the monsters here. The very first card I have for you is Inaba White Rabbit. For one of the main reasons why I use this card is when you're controlling the field and no monster with that are level 4 or higher can attack. This card is great because it just for 700 direct damage. It just makes things faster pretty much. And when you're just drawing dead and you really just used up a lot of your options and you're still waiting to draw a couple more cards to just shave down life points, this card is definitely good for the sense of just speeding things up while you're waiting to draw that one card that you need to just shave down life points. Plus the fact that he immediately goes back to your hand. Your opponent can't do anything unless he has some type of discarding card, and can get rid of him from your hand. But nonetheless, this is a really good card. It's a very solid card. I definitely love running Inaba White Rabbit. Um, then I have staples in here. Three Des Koalas. It's great flip effect. 400 direct damage to your opponent's life points for every card in their hand. What more can go wrong? That's just speeding things up. Then we'll move on to three stealth birds. Uh, this card's great. The fact that you can just flip them back face down and then flip them face up again. It's just again speeding up the process. That's all it is. You need to shave down those life points fast and just take control of your opponent's and just do some field control. While your opponent has nothing he can possibly do, while you're just slowly not even slowly, when you're just taking down his or her life points, all in multiple turns. He needs to really, like, it's basically just putting him on edge, and just again, he just doesn't know, he or she doesn't know what to do. Then another staple you have to have is two Marshmallons. These cards are great for defense. They can't be destroyed by battle, so just leaving them on the field, they're good. They're good cards. They're definitely good for your defense. Especially if your opponent actually has monsters that are level 3 and lower that can actually break through your defenses. And I'll get to why I'm talking about level 3 or lower. Again, these cards are great for your defense. Then again, another staples to have in a burn deck: two Lava Golems. Get rid of your opponent's monsters. You don't have a dark hole. You don't have a you don't have like torrential tribute. Lava Golems are the way to go. Get rid of your opponent's main monsters that way and just make them lose 1,000 life points a turn. Why not? It's a really good card. It's definitely a trump card in that sense too, depending on the situation that you're in when you're playing. So that's it for the monsters. Now I'm going to move on to traps. For traps, I'm actually running one Raigeki Break. Reason why I run a Raigeki Break is, again, for the situation when I'm drawing dead and I'm waiting to just draw my burn cards. I need to at least keep my opponent at bay by getting rid of certain cards, knowing that he can't destroy, knowing that he can't attack me. I'm sorry. So I definitely like running Raigeki Break. Most people don't like running Raigeki Break. They rather run like Dark Hole or Torrential Tribute. But for me, it's like I like to keep my Lava Golems on the field. So I like to just get rid of specific monsters. And usually, not many people carry level 3 or lower monsters on the field. So, or I'm sorry, in their deck, in their main deck. So when they're gonna try to like throw, like when they do bring out like a couple of level 3s, I mean at least I know that, you know, with one with a really low attack, I can just get rid of the one with the really high attack. So again, I like running Raigeki Break. It's actually it's helped me through a lot of games. Then I'm running one draining shield. I just, you know, if I'm drawing dead and my opponent is using my Lava Golem against me, and I actually don't have any field control cards, at least I can gain 3,000 life points back, and you know, just, you know, have some life points to really just like sacrifice, and to pretty much get rid of. Here we go. I'm running a one dimension wall. Again, this is basically a magic cylinder on its own. I mean, there's nothing much I can really say besides the fact that, you know, speeding things up. My opponent attacks me, he loses life points. Staple, I gotta run in Ceasefire. I only like to run. I like to run one Ceasefire, just because it's not much of a card that I can really like use. I mean, it's just a, it's really just there to really fill in. I'm not really too sure. I'm thinking about getting rid of Ceasefire because I don't really like to use it too much. It hasn't really helped me. I haven't really actually used it, to be honest with you. So Ceasefire is just kind of there to fill in the spot in my deck. Two magic cylinders, definitely great for when your opponent attacks. Again, speeding up the process, just shaving down life points. They think they got you, they think they got me. I mean, they don't. They have to think again because I have I'm running two magic cylinders, and you know, again, they're losing life points in the process. I'm running two Ojama Trios. These cards, I don't know why. This is my favorite. For some reason, I just love these guys. I mean, I love being able to just control my opponent's field, and just, you know, and just knowing that they can't do anything, and have these, you know, crappy guys on the field, and they can't even use it to sacrifice or attack. Let alone, they're definitely great for bringing out Lava Golem. Two Gravity Binds. Again, this is what I mean about the level 4. They can't, level 4 or higher cannot attack when Gravity Bind is activated. So again, you know, just activate Gravity Bind and then give them Lava Golem. They can't do anything. Must have, just desserts. I'm running 3 of them. You know, 500 direct damage to your opponent's life points for each monster on their field. Why not? Easy life point damage for them. 3 Secret Barrels. This is a great card. I mean, 200 life points damage to your opponent for each card on the field and in their hand. Which I may include that. I'm sorry. I will tell you what I mean by in their field. I mean, you know, that includes their spell and trap zone too. So not just monsters, spell, trap zone, and in their hand. So that, you know, that's a lot of life points right there. Again, speeding up the process. You know, I'm trying not to make a stall deck here, pretty much. Oh, and then so that's it for the traps. Let's move on to magics, to spells. I'm sorry. I'm running 2 Poison of the Old Man. This card's great. I mean, you know, the thing about Poison of the Old Man is he has 2 effects. This card has 2 effects, and you know, the first effect is, you know, do 800 damage to your opponent's life points directly. And the second effect is, gain 1,200 life points. You know, so, and you know, the funny thing about the Poison Little Man is, I never really use him for the first effect. I never have to really use him for 800 direct damage. I actually use him for life points because, you know, I have a lot of cards and all, that can do a lot of damage to my opponent's life points, and I don't really need to worry about using 800 too much. But the thing is, it's great, you know, for gaining life points. It's great just because at least I know I have some life points to, you know, to spare, to sacrifice, to use, that I'm willing to lose. So so the Poison Old Man is a great card. I mean, also, I mean, you know, again, I never really had to use his first effect. I do remember one time though that I was playing, and I remember my opponent had 4,500 life points left. Yeah, he had like 4,500 life points left, and I was actually drawing dead. He actually took out my entire field, and no, well, he didn't take out my entire field, but you know, I had no monsters, and he got rid of my gravity bind, and I pretty much couldn't do anything to really like protect myself, and he was just slowly doing, you know, damage. I mean, I don't remember. I think he had a Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning out in the field too, so he was just doing damage to me like crazy, and I remember I drew this card, and I clutched it for a win for 4,500 direct damage to my opponent's life points. I forgot what other cards I used. I used it in a complete combo as soon as I drew him. But that 800 did, you know, I was, you know, pretty much what I needed to win it. So all in one turn, I clutched it with 4,500 direct damage to my opponent's life points. I forgot what the combo was. If I remember, I'll probably mention it in my next video or something. But again, Poisoning Old Man, great card. Moving on, we got I'm running 2 level limit area Bs. Great card. You know, running this with Gravity Bind is great. I mean, if you know, Gravity Bind just prevents them from attacking, level 4 or higher from attacking, but this one puts them all in defense. So it's a great card. Definitely good for you know, field control. I'm running 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. Again, when I need to really just destroy my opponent's, you know, when, you know, if my opponent's going to destroy my spell and trap cards, why not destroy theirs? Am I right? I'm also running 3 Messenger of Peace. Again, field control, level limit area B, Gravity Bind, and Messenger of Peace. My opponent can't do anything unless he has a level, you know, level 3 or lower with you know, 1,400 attack. Then yeah, you know, that kind of puts me in a difficult situation. But again, you know, I have cards for defense, such as I believe Des Koala has 1,800 defense. So you know, I'm safe. So, and finally, last 3 cards. And these are a must-have staple in any burn deck. 3 Wave Motion Cannons. What more to say? You know, this builds up, you know, 1,000 life points each turn, and then as soon as you sacrifice it, your opponent loses that many life points, you know, built up on this card. Have all 3 of them out on the first turn. 3 turns, they're done. What more to say? This is a great card. So yeah, that's it for the spells. If you guys have any questions on my burn deck, you know, please message me, and you know, if you feel like you can make a better burn deck, I mean, go for it. I'm not saying that this is the greatest burn deck in the world, but this is, you know, so far my deck that's been helping me so far. I can definitely tell you that I did actually win my first local with this burn deck. Well, my first local in many years, I should say, because I haven't played in some time. When I made this deck, I actually entered a local, and again, this deck, I did win with this deck, and you know, I can't say much, but that this deck helped me. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can make a better burn deck than me, but you know, so far this one's been pretty solid. And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys feel like there's some cards you can add into here or replace, you know, private message me and you give me some ideas, because I'm definitely open for some personal opinions on how to make this deck even better. So yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thank you.